Silver Outlaw, and you're watching the Main Event Wrestling Network.
Woo! Good morning. Is it just me? It is hot. It is absolutely hot here at the Main Event Network. And if you're still drunk from Sábado Gigante, welcome in to the Main Event Mixer. It is episode 62. And today you were joined by, we're talking NXT, people. It's Heatwave. It's hot. It's Heatwave. And we are going to be watching Heatwave together. And with me, as always, talking NXT is my partner, my life partner, to my left.
Whoa.
It's Kyle, OTM, Mr. OTM.
I wouldn't go that far saying we're life partners, but we are weekly partners in arms.
Well,
for
we
the
send
night
each other
shift.
nudes, so that's that's all you need to know.
We are one of the few people that still are actively supporting the NXT brand because a lot of people like to crap on it, but not us four here at the Main Event Wrestling.
It's awesome. The NXT is awesome, and I am so happy to have my co-host with me. And joining me to my bottom is my pal, also the Iron Man of the Iron Man of the Main Event Network.
What's going on here?
One of my favorite people here because he works so hard. He works in the warehouse. He sends out your merch. It is Tino.
Hey, what's up? Thank you for letting me out of the warehouse today, guys. I appreciate it. I thought it was Sunday. I don't know.
It's Saturday.
It's Saturday. Every day's the same for you, Tino. Get back to work after this. And then
we'll do
diagonally to the bottom is the handsome member of the Ope three-way. It's Brandon. Hey, buddy.
Hey. Double duty.
What's up,
Brandon.
Mike?
Can you show me can you do the hand thing again? I don't do it right.
Yeah, what now?
Let's see it. Break it down.
Break down
the little.
Yeah.
So I learned a little ASL here and there. I like to flex it where I can, just for the folks who can't. So if there's like an O here, and then there's an E here, and then you just throw up the 3, and then you just switch it. You pulled out the pinky, and there's a dub. So go with you.
Brandon, you want to know? I'm gonna have to run this by my mom. She taught the deaf for 40 years, so I'm gonna have to ask her if we're doing it right. Maybe we'll get her to give us a regular sign. So
it might just be some sleight of hand or whatever, just a little bit of quick.
I love it. So E would be this way though, right? Like E, we could go like this too.
Oh yeah. Donnie was trying to make it simple. He's trying to be like, hey, why don't you just do this? Like O-E, what's it? O-E,
turn it over, baby.
W. I don't know how he did it, like some Canadian magic. I don't know, but he.
By the way, Pierce is very handsome as well. Don't let Stan from Burlington run you down, Pierce. You're handsome.
Or don't let Grayson Waller run you down, Pierce.
Yeah, don't let Grayson Waller run you down as well. So let's get into it, guys. It is 11 o'clock Eastern, 11:10, and we have I believe Heatwave is at 7.
Oh, I thought we were gonna punch in. No, it's
you're punching in.
It's at 3 p.m. tomorrow, dude. It's on during the All In.
Oh, I thought it was at 7. Okay, so I thought they were going against each other.
All In, and then Ola de la Calor is nighttime. It's at 11 p.m. Yeah.
So it's going to be on the CW. We've got Heatwave. We got big things going on. By the way, follow us on the Main Event Network. We are on our way to 420. We're at 413. We're at 413, people.
We couldn't get one on Sábado. We couldn't get one?
Come on. That's GBH's fault. Maybe it's Kyle Nix's fault. Kyle Nix, get some of your dopey fans to join the network. Jeez.
Love it.
Anyway.
AI Tino is here.
Here we go. Here we go.
AI. Yeah.
Tino, you see everything around you? No AI here. No AI.
No
we
AI.
don't even know if this is the real Tino. We're not sure. He could be like in the Terminator.
Oh, it
is.
He
glitched out there for a second.
Yeah.
Robot Tino is saying, Anyway, all right. So we got one of the biggest shows of the year. It's the end of the summer. And we sorry,
Dopey.
Dopey.
Only body slaves. Donnie is real, by the way. No, he's not. No, he is not.
Who let this show get off the rails? And by the way, I have never seen Donnie. He's never in the chat. We know nothing about him. And he could be. I think he's fake too. I think he's AI also, like Tino.
Yep.
So
let's see if an AI can beat us all in fantasy football. I think that's going to be the real litmus of the Main Event Wrestling Network this fall, going into the winter.
What's the loser punishment? What are we doing
we have to discuss that, don't we?
Someone has to go online and do 24 hours on the network straight.
Oh, I think that
Kyle,
should be
it. Send me that email.
Losers got to
you
do.
need it?
Losers
I
got
thought
to
you
do
were-
24 hours
I
straight on the
can't find my
network.
team. I don't
Oh,
know
okay.
why.
gotta listen
I'll
to-
resend it.
So
Listen to Chad
I'll send
Gable's
you-
theme on a
Oh,
24-hour loop.
no, don't say
Sing
that.
along.
Oh, that's
You-
so
Gable!
terrible.
You have to do the Mr. Beast video. You have to count for 24 hours.
Oh no, I've seen that. That seems miserable. And
Ugh.
saying that GBH is the GOAT might be a stretch, right,
Yeah,
Jacob?
calm down. Don't calm down.
Hey,
Jesus.
Tony. Hey, thanks
What's
for
up,
stopping
Tony?
by.
Tony. Hey, Tony.
Tony's gonna
Okay.
put us back on track.
Match
All right,
with
let's-
Kyle.
Match with
I'll
Kyle.
take a match with Kyle. That's fine.
Kyle
Which
Nix.
Kyle Nix?
Yeah,
Kyle
exactly.
Nix. Not you, Kyle.
No, that's what I'm saying.
Couple
I'll take a
Kyles.
match with Kyle Nix. That's fine.
All right. Well, let's get into it, people. Let's start off our evening tomorrow afternoon with the first match of the
Ooh.
evening. Something that honestly I am calling a pay no mind match because I honestly don't care. It is Jada Parker versus Natty in a submissions match after they've already wrestled like 3 times. I'm going to go with this one over to Kyle first because he looks like he we have our opinion.
He's so excited.
We
Yeah.
No, we don't need to elaborate anymore. We talked about it at length on the night shift. Our disdain for this feud continuing. It's done nothing for Jada Parker, in my opinion.
Nope.
Let's get it over with. Give Miss Parker the win. She needs to get back on track because she has severely lost a lot of momentum in 2026, in my opinion. So, Brandon, I'm curious on what your thoughts are with this feud here.
I mean, it's been ongoing from what I've seen. Allegedly, this is the reason why Natty's in NXT to begin with, or at least a large part of it. It's hard. I'm hard pressed to see Jada. I mean, and granted, Natty's kind of in the fall, the autumn of her career, as it were. So maybe there's more of a chance that Jada works up a sub victory here somehow, albeit not without like the dungeon getting involved in some weird shenanigan type of way. I don't know. I don't see Jada Parker being long for NXT personally, so I think maybe this is kind of going to be her jumping off point. So I think maybe there's a chance. I don't know how, but I think this is where she goes.
Brandon, before we move forward to Tino, I'm going to stop you for a minute and ask you this. Why? Why is Jada Parker not long for it? Why? What exactly have I seen that I'm supposed to say she's going up to the main roster? That's my biggest, because this is my biggest problem with this match. Who does this help? If Natty wins, who cares? If Jada Parker wins, who cares? It doesn't help anybody. This is a feud that is a filler, and I get that. But why? Why does Jada Parker need to go? What are we waiting for up there? She actually lost aura being down here. So that's my biggest concern is that I don't know what they're doing. They've hurt Jada Parker from she went on a losing streak. She came back from injury. She looked fantastic. The fans were hyped, and then she got lost in the shuffle. So I'm not sure what to do. Yeah.
Well, I mean, she's already been she's been in NXT for a while, and as it stands, right? And then you got the boys. I think of talk about OTM, right? Like she had been affiliated with them. Like there's talk that she might be jumping up in that. Maybe it kind of gives her something to do. She ain't got to stick around to win titles, I don't think. I mean, that's kind of been the push for a bit there, and then right, like you said, things kind of fell through the cracks. But I think there's opportunities for her to show up on the main roster to kind of mix it up with what's going on with the boys at OTM, who kind of just had their own kind of soft reform with all the drama with Bronco and Los Perros del Mal and then the reunion after that. So like, it's kind of like with OTM, like they didn't really, they were kind of looking at the tag titles there for a little bit, and now like they're doing their thing up on the main. So that's kind of where my thought pattern was. Is like, I think there's opportunity to be had on the main for Jada Parker. And I think that once this feud with Natty is hopefully like done, then it kind of closes. It's a decent way, not the optimal way, but it's a decent way to kind of close that chapter after we've been, like I said, in NXT for as long as we have, and see what else is up there. So,
Tino, what do you think of that? What do we got?
I mean, I agree with what Kyle said. As you guys said, you guys talked about it a lot on Tuesday night after NXT. And I mean, the thing is just I don't really know what they're going. And like you guys said, what's the point and who is this benefiting? I mean, yeah, maybe Jada goes to the main roster, but they just called up Tatum. They just called up Lola. I don't know if they're going to call up
Fatal
continue.
Influence.
I feel like keeping Jada in NXT wouldn't be a bad thing. And I don't know if her and Zarya have ever went up against each other. Maybe that's something that she does for the North American title, or because again, with Natty, I feel like it's helping Nikita Lyons more than anybody in the faction, and people are starting to finally know who she is because she's been in NXT. I feel like forever. She's just unfortunately has had so many injuries, and obviously her and Carmen are going to get involved in this match, and maybe Thea will come and help Jada. But I think the one thing that kind of hurt Jada is her being a babyface. I feel like she kind of was better as a heel, and people love Jada, but I mean, sometimes people are just better faces as heels. But I mean, I still think Jada's going to win. There's no reason Natty should win this match, and I don't think, I think Natty's just there to help all these NXT women. And again, Natty's, the more the help they can get, the better, I guess. So, but
you're not wrong. You're not wrong at all. Jada is definitely winning this match. I just don't know what it means to anyone involved in the match. That's, and yes, but here's the problem. If Nikita Lyons is getting more notoriety being in Natty's dungeon, it means that the rest of the dungeon is terrible.
Right. Well, I mean, Tino is right, though. I think that's how I perceive the Natty faction right now. It has only elevated Nikita Lyons.
She needs to break
Carmen, out. But Carmen's more of a AAA fixture, I would say, right now.
Yes.
Well, and I mean, people like Carmen, but I mean, it's more or less.
Don't know why.
Yeah.
No, I wonder why.
AI Tino is right.
What's the appeal?
There we go. Should we just change my name to that? AI Tino?
Yes. You have a lot of nicknames, which is that's a good thing. If you didn't have nicknames, that means you wouldn't be doing shit.
Anyway, all right. Well,
we're all going with Jada Parker.
Yes, we're all going Jada Parker. Let's get off that nonsense into another match that's giving me This match is another match that's making me take a Prilosec. It is Miles Bourne and Tavion Heights versus the Vanity Project. However, I am not sure which order they're going to do this in because we're going to talk about. Right. I think we should talk about both matches.
Yeah, we should. Yeah.
This is a Vanity Project versus Miles Bourne and Tavion Heights in 2 matches. Bourne for the North American title. And then and I think my opinion is Vanity wins both because it's time for Jackson Drake. We've been saying on the night shift, and I've been saying it since I've seen him on the indies. Jackson Drake is your star. He is an absolute stud. Every match that he's in is outrageous, and I love Jackson Drake. And we love the Vanity Project on NXT night shift. So I am thinking they do double duty. They win both, and Miles and Tavion's feud goes somewhere. Well, I do, Pierce. I get agita every morning. I've had it since I was allergic to my cat when I was 2000. In 2000, it happens, man. Anyway, I'm thinking Vanity sweep, baby. Vanity sweep.
Wow. Interesting take. I don't know if I agree with the Vanity sweep, but obviously everybody knows our take on the Vanity Project if they watch the night shift every Tuesday night. The tag team match is tough because Miles Bourne and Tavion just won it, and they just reunited this group that was a part of the Ren QCC with Charlie Dempsey way back in the day. So it's a feel-good moment right now, but I think it's only going to be temporary. I actually am going to agree with you, I think, Jay Gold, because it makes a lot of sense for Miles Bourne to just lose everything on the same night, and then that be the story that divides Tavion and Miles even further going forward, and then they can spin off and have more matches with them as a singles feud without the titles. So I also am going to go with the Vanity Project becoming the tag team champions again, and this one seems even more obvious. I think Jackson Drake is a shoo-in to become the new North American champion because with him pulling double duty on this card, there is no way Miles Bourne is walking away with both of those championships. I just do not see it being possible.
Double titles, hate it.
We talk about it all the time. You kind of just book yourself into a corner, but I think it's Vanity Project all day. V's up, Brandon. What about you?
Yeah, I was having a hard time with this one talking with Pierce because there's a lot of stuff that could kind of happen with this in my mind. Yeah. So with Vanity Project, I feel going over just, sweeping it all would make a lot of sense. I mean, you have Jackson Drake. The thing with me is it's a North American Championship match. On one hand, you have Miles retain, and then maybe the tag titles get lost, and then you have a ready-made feud with Tavion and Miles that's there. Stuff's just still brewing under the surface. He just got the tag titles back with him for a little bit of spark, a little bit of old time's sake, but now we just got to move on and we got to do things for ourselves. On the other hand, too, I think that, like you're saying, that's still a possibility with or without a title, because these guys got, they got things to prove for themselves, and they're both going to end up being main event fixtures in NXT if they both stay there for another year or so. But Jackson Drake, man, I've said it, he's in the same vein as Javon Evans, and I brought up Meltzer's take a couple days ago when he's talking about how there's not enough young guys that are being featured as not necessarily marquee attractions, but just main event players, guys that can kind of mix it up and represent these younger demographics where they see a guy like Jackson Drake and they're like, I'm gonna tune in for this shit because like, you know, he's cool, like he's doing his thing, he's actually saying shit and backing it up in a ring. And Jackson Drake is, besides, he's just a stud. Like I said, like he's so young. He's got so much upside to him.
Yes.
And I think now, you know, would be a great time to pull the trigger on him. I think you take the run. He already was Evolve champion. He did great with that. Just start exposing him to some of that NXT gold and then see where that takes.
Did you guys see that video way back in the day? It was Javon Evans and Jackson Drake wrestling at the age of 14 together. They had a one-on-one match. Insane to see that. And then that was a great comparison too. You were like, I could see Jackson Drake as the next Javon Evans of NXT. That's the kind of vibe I'm getting from Jackson Drake as well. I think he's definitely the next big thing coming out of that NXT brand. And this is a huge night for the Vanity Project and for Jackson Drake at Heatwave, Tino. So, Tino, what's your thoughts on these two matches right here? Because I think they do coincide together.
Yep.
Yeah, I mean, I agree with you guys. I think Jackson Drake's going to win the match. I think this is his time for him to win it. And I mean, yeah, as Miles Bourne's pulling double duty. The big thing is, you guys said earlier, though, is what match order is this going to go? Are we going to have And that's the biggest thing. We don't know. WrestleOps usually lets us know like an hour before the show. So obviously that will be a big telling sign. And I said it on my preview show. I feel like we could have the Vanity Project win all the gold, but maybe they have Jackson Drake win the North American title, and maybe Tavion and Miles keep the NXT tag titles just for a little bit period of time, just to continue that, because I mean they don't really have any other tag teams unless they do like Shawn Legacy and EK Prosper or something like that.
They're starting to build up that tag team division.
We could do Noam Dar and what is it? I always think he's Blake Monroe's brother.
Romeo.
Yeah,
the problem, Tino, you're right about that, but the problem is we got to figure out the biggest problem here is figuring out which one wins, because that'll set up the entire feud going forward.
And I mean, the thing is too with this tag title match, I mean, we could even have the way that they lose the titles, Tavion and Miles, as you guys said, is Tavion turning heel. But what if Miles is the one to turn heel? I talked about it. What if Miles is the one to go and turn heel and be the guy to So. I don't know. I think
it would be more interesting than what we're seeing right now, Tino. I would like that. It's better than babyface.
You kind of go into like people kind of like the bullying and stuff like that, and be like, "I'm here to go," and just there's a bunch of different things that people can go into heel. And
I don't think Miles can be a heel. I don't know how it's even possible for him. He's just one of those guys. You're like, what are you going to do to be bad?
I think kind of like what Tino was saying along the lines of, he probably got bullied a lot for being deaf and whatnot, and he can use that as a chip on his shoulder and be like, Tavion was just dead weight this entire time, holding back my career, and then that he could use that as motivation to be pissed off at the world. It's better than babyface Miles.
Unbelievable. We'll see. It wouldn't be. You're going to really have to sell me on that one.
I mean, either way, the Vanity Project, I think, will win a lot of. I don't know. I just think it could go either way. I think Vanity could win all of it, or they. Yeah. So, I don't know. But
Vanity Project reminds me. The tag team reminds me of Too Cool when they were bad guys. That's what Vanity Project reminds. Like the giggling amongst themselves, the dumbness. But they also have way more ability than Too Cool did. So they don't need to dance for me, but they do have that like silliness to them that people can hate on. But
I think the tag will go first now that I'm starting to think on it.
And then Miles, if they lose, Miles could be like, oh, I got, we lost and I got to do this. And
Miles loses the North American title because he's fatigued after the tag match.
Blames Tavion for it. There's your,
and that's your scapegoat.
Tavion cost Miles that title too. Maybe he comes out and is just like standing there or something.
Yeah.
Or on the balcony thing or, whatever the hell that thing is.
The possibilities are endless. They really are.
That's the big thing.
A lot of multiverse.
That's actually not a bad point, Kyle. Like that's not a bad.
Tell everyone that they are prejudiced against his deafness. Miles can be a heel for sure and actually be probably. I think so too. I think there's so much more upside of Miles Bourne.
Has there ever been an evil deaf guy in wrestling?
Yeah, Naraku.
He's deaf?
No, I'm kidding. But he's evil.
Evil deaf guy is actually funny. He's right. An evil deaf guy would be beyond funny.
It could work. So what are our official picks? I'm going with Vanity Project and both.
V's up.
What about you, Brandon?
Yeah, my fingers are doing this here too. I feel like
Brandon,
that's the direction.
Porn. Brandon, this is porn. This is vanity. Come on.
Wait, how do we?
You know, V's
Porn, what the hell?
up this way.
Well, like,
They kind of
sorry,
just stick it out
delete
like this.
Delete that. That's not what we're talking about.
Yes.
I
You
mean,
got Tino V's up.
Nah, I'll say Miles and Tavion keep the tag
Oh,
titles.
Isn't this a dirty
V's
word?
down.
What about the
This
North
would be
American? What about the North
get Sam's
American?
on wrestling then here. Isn't this the dirty
I
word?
think Jackson Drake will win that.
Where
This
is
is-
Sam
yeah,
on
like this.
wrestling? That's what I want to know, Jacob. That's one of your co-hosts. Where's Sam?
Sam and I haven't recorded since you erased our show, Kyle. So we're
Maybe
still
it was
trying.
the better. Maybe I'm trying to send a message.
Kyle hates the UK people. Just remember that.
Confirmed. I only like America.
Right. All right. Let's move on to the next match. We have, and this is where this is my one of my
this
favorites,
is
and this one is
juicy.
also this is going to
Juicy.
be tough. It is Zarya, Ren Sinclair, Callie Armstrong for the double champs, and this one's making me itch. This one makes me itch. I'm going to give this one to Tino first.
Yeah, I was going to say, let Tino go first, because I don't even know what I
let's
think
go,
about
Tino.
this.
What do you got for us?
As I'm chewing on some ice. I mean, they gave up on the speed, obviously, because they're unifying the titles, and now we're going to get. I mean, hopefully, we get a new design. Or they're probably. I said it on my show. I was like, "What if whoever wins, they just throw the speed title in the trash can?" Like,
Well,
Nikki
that's what I was
Cross
going to
did.
say. Yeah,
I
yeah.
think that's what's
The
gonna
title, they should say, "I'm not interested. We're putting it back
So,
up."
I mean, I'm excited, and this is one that I'm really interested in. And Callie Armstrong, I've talked about her. She's one that I've actually been able to keep up with in Evolve, and just since she started and everything. And it's really cool to see her finally being able to get the shine. And I think it'd be really cool to see her win. I don't know if they'd actually give it to her. They talked about it at the beginning of the year. Ren Sinclair is up for a big 2026. So I'm just going to be bold here, and I'm going to say Ren Sinclair wins and takes it. And this would be the time to do it, because then Zarya doesn't got to be pinned. But then again,
Right.
you don't want to. So, but I don't know. So
And you're not wrong. Ren's very over right now.
with Ren, and then you could say the Ren QC's got all the gold in the women's division because Kendall's got the title, and so
The problem is you build all this time up for Zarya. You put all this effort into making her this
Well, I know,
monster.
that's the thing too, where
And
it's
you
like,
had her
it's kind of
lose
like
on Monday,
double-edged
on
sword.
Tuesday. I mean, like, I hate I've said it in the show before. I said I hate non-title matches in WWE because the champ always loses the non-title match, always. And Zarya gets mistreated sometimes. I feel where they don't really understand. You have a monster right there. Like she doesn't need. Like she shouldn't be suffering these fools. She should be murdering these people in the ring. So it's something that I'm nervous about because I know Callie's going to eat the pin. I just don't know who's taking the belt. And if Zarya does win it, she should say, "I'm not wrestling a speed tournament every time you want to get this title defended." And we've said it on the night shift too. I hate the speed tournament format where they must have a tournament leading up. Just have speed matches leading up to the title. Stop having tournaments. But Brandon, go ahead.
Yeah, no, I don't know, man. I feel as though, and people suffer losses in pro wrestling only to get slingshotted into something bigger, right? So,
True.
part of me feels like Zarya doesn't need to win this. Zarya doesn't win this. I feel like you have openings that are coming up in the main event scene with the women. So, and I think Zarya may be ready to step into that arena, as it were. I think Ren Sinclair has been putting in a lot of work. I think, kind of like to Tino's point, this direction here, that you have an opportunity to put all the gold in the Ren QCC, and then who knows, maybe they go crazy and decide to challenge for the tag titles too, because those could be defended on all three brands. That to say, Callie Armstrong is also, in my opinion, a very interesting dark horse, in the fact that, like, me and Pierce were talking, and we don't seem to think that she's going to be the one to walk out because she hasn't really had the opportunity to develop kind of that empathy, or not empathy, but like she hasn't been able to really connect with the crowd quite as well as someone as established as either Zarya or Ren. But maybe this could also be an opportunity to kind of throw some coals into that fire, as it were, just kind of like throw some jet fuel into the rocket, as it were. Maybe I expect all three women to pull out some crazy stuff. I think Callie's going to impress a lot of people in this match, and maybe she wins it. I think it's a little more likely that Ren does. I think it's a little more likely that Ren gets rewarded in this match because she's been around for a bit too. Mm-hmm. And then Zarya moves on to bigger and better. But I see Callie being close behind in contendership for the North American Championship. I think they continue to build her on the heels of this. So,
and they kind of have to, because like Callie Armstrong has been teased now in the world title scene, I feel like, for months. and then they kept her off TV after that. Like they teased it initially, like they had that stare down with Kendall Gray about a month ago with multiple women, and Callie was one of them. And now she's fighting for the North American and Speed title, and that's not like a big downgrade by any means, but I do believe Callie Armstrong is meant to be in the main event scene. So I think she is out of the equation in this match. The real story here is with Ren and Zarya, and obviously we know that they've exchanged matches in back-to-back weeks on NXT. So it makes sense that we are having this here, but I think we need to conclude the feud, and it would make a lot of sense for Ren to win. It would, but I think there's a lot of emotional attachment with the night shift and Zarya to where I think I'm picking with my heart on this one, and I'm going to go with Zarya to pick up the victory and hold both the titles and kind of just neglect the Speed title, sort of like you guys were mentioning.
Here's the other thing to consider, and this is what you have to consider on all WWE shows, is how many titles are changing hands on this show. They'll do one of two things. All titles will be changed. No titles will be changed.
Yeah.
There doesn't seem to be an in-between where they're like, we're going to give you one, but we're not going to give you any more.
When you look at the card as a whole, too, Jay Gold, don't you kind of get that assumption, too? Like, if one of them's going to change, I think they're going to change multiple. But if they don't change any, I don't think, one.
I actually think then if that's going to happen, then Ren is going to win. If let's go with this. If you're watching tomorrow, and the first matches of the night with Miles Bourne and Tavion go the way of the Vanity Project, all the titles are changing hands, and Ren is winning this title. If they lose, and you see Vanity lose both matches, forget it. You might have one title. It might be, but when we start getting into the other title matches, they don't make sense to change if those titles don't change, to be honest.
Yeah, so, like Pierce is saying, Zarya should win, but I think a lot of the crowd, including Pierce, want Ren to win, which is kind of the story they're telling, right? You want Ren to win this match.
But that's why Callie Armstrong can take the pin. They put her in there to take the pin. I'm thinking Zarya wins. Callie Armstrong takes the pin. You see Ren distraught. She's with her friend Kendall. She's distraught. She lost her belt. And then we'll have something from there. But I don't understand what value you'll get once Ren wins as a North American. First of all, she's always injured. She's another one who's always injured. You can't get her to stay healthy for a good stretch. And I just don't think Callie Armstrong is ready yet. I just don't think she's ready yet.
She's close.
Maybe.
She's really close. I don't there's not a lot of things that I don't like about her.
We are having an awful lot of trouble trying to figure out who's supposed to win this match.
Yeah.
Because they put that third in there. It ruined everything.
I feel like.
Yeah. Yes.
No.
I like not knowing, like, to who wins. Like, I want to, like, be shocked and surprised. But you guys are absolutely right what you said. They're going to change all the titles, or there's going to be no titles. And now that you say that, if you go back and watch a lot of the shows previously, it's been like that. So.
Mm-hmm.
Ren is getting more and more over for one reason or another, and I think they have to run with that.
See, Kyle is thinking from, and this is why we love having our wrestling buddies all over the network and everything. Kyle is thinking from an absolute promoter standpoint and a show standpoint, and he makes a lot of sense. My problem is somebody gets hot organically and they just put him out no matter what. Like, he makes a lot of sense. You do run with it, but then what? That's my problem.
That is the question.
I don't want to see I don't want to see a friends collide like Zarya and Sol with Kendall and Ren. I don't want to see it. I literally don't want to see it.
That might be coming.
Yeah, I was going to say, I think now that you brought that up, that's exactly what we're going to be getting in the near future.
You said it's in the universe now.
Because they keep it's like a big comfortable.
Don't stick.
It's a big comfortable like couch for them. They're like, oh, let's make friends fight. I can sit. Like, that's all they have to do.
What story do we go to when we're running out of ideas?
Oh, Sammy and Kevin Owens. Oh, Sammy and Kevin Owens again. Oh, Sol and Zarya, Brandon, Kendall. You're all friends. Tavion and Miles. Everybody hates each other when they're friends. Come on.
Maybe we should start turning on each other and then going to other networks.
They should see our text chains if they want to see people turn.
Hey, now.
Oh, Lord. All right.
Hey there.
Hey there.
I like that. Whenever you're around, I just like saying that, Brandon.
I say that at home now.
It's it rolls off the tongue nice, right?
It's great.
Let it out.
You guys need to work on merch. It's great. You guys, as long as you get me an hey there just write it like that across the shirt.
Yep.
Just
do it in all different colors, or do it on a hat. Give me a trucker hat that just says hey there, and I'll wear it all the time. Yeah,
we'll figure it out. We'll figure it
help
out.
you.
We'll rack up the budget.
Yeah,
We'll
talk
do a
to
little
the
bit
interns.
of crowdsourcing, a little bit of.
Dude, you could do it on Redbubble. You can do it on Brainbuster Tees. They'll just upload a logo and they'll pay you for they pay you they get paid per item and you don't have to worry about it. You don't have to mass do it.
Or I could do it on our website too.
Well, fucking A.
Yeah.
We need to get you guys. Let's talk to GBH. Let's talk to our artist friends and see what kind of designs we got. But I think you guys have. Let's put it right there. Oh, hey there. Let's do it.
Brandon was the one that said it on episode.
Was it episode 1?
Wow, you were.
I thought I was being. Oh, I Brandon. Hi, and this is the. Yeah, I thought I was. I don't know. I mean, I might have to re-listen to our episode 1, but
I listened to our episode 1 the other day. It's wild. So you definitely need to.
Brother, I tried it. I was like cringing and just I'm done.
A lot of that.
We didn't have video at the time, so we were just kind of audioing over each other, and it was like that was a lot of our early stuff with just us trying to like talk over each other because we couldn't see each other, and shit was just it was crazy. It was all over.
It's all about pacing.
Yeah, man.
All right, well,
don't. It's not good. That's what
I like the ideas for merch. They're just rolling off right now. We'll do it. Kyle and I think of things while we're texting too and GBH, and he just sends ideas. So if we can figure it out, we'll get some Oh Hey There merch. And I think you got something, Brandon. I'm telling you, Tino should be working on Tino's time stuff too. We should honestly have like branded Apple Watch bands that say Tino's time on it.
You want t-shirts? You want t-shirts? You want cups? What you want?
Tino, I got an idea for you. Get a brand, make those bootleg Apple Watch bands and have it say Tino's time on it. And then you have it on the watch band so that let's think it through, buddy.
What time it is?
What time?
Yeah, you know what time it is. It's Tino's time, baby. All right. Well, it's time to go to the women's title match. Let's get into it. Kendall Gray, Kalani Jordan.
It stuck. Yeah, you got me. It made a good impression on
me, I
guess.
I love it. Let's go. This is okay. So with our
let's go.
With our theories of title belts changing hands, and with this stupid ear injury thing, let's get into the Kendall Gray Kalani Jordan feud because Kalani Jordan is amazing. What
you were talking about? Kendall's ear injury?
Yes, the dumb ear injury where she fell during the underground where she fell on the wrong side, and they're still playing off the right ear, and she fell on the left.
Hey, it hurts on the other side sometimes too.
They should run replays and just put it in slow-mo. Like, see, Kendall, this right here is where we fucked up.
Or they reverse it like they do when they're trying to show clips on Twitter. They reverse the image so it looks like she's falling on her right side. So then they're like, gotcha.
AI
magic.
Knows about that.
Witchcraft and sorcery.
I love this network. I love this network.
It's so funny, though, because you mentioned that about the ear. When I used to watch all the pay-per-views with my family and stuff, and they really didn't watch it too much, there was one, I think it was like Edge or Jericho. He was like limping, and all of a sudden he started limping with his other leg, and my stepmom goes, "Why is he doing that? Is it the other leg?" Ever since then, it's just so funny how often that happens, where like they hurt one spot, and it's just like, what? But yeah, you notice it now, and it's just like,
but it's probably so hard for them in the middle of the match, in the heat of the moment, to remember that's one. Yeah, exactly.
All she had to do was go like this. Instead, she went like this, or both hands, and it would have been fine. They would have said, "We'll figure it out." And no, instead she
figure it out.
She doesn't know. She's concussed.
That's actually a good idea, though, for them to do in the future, is to do that, so then they can be like, let's
both
figure out which ear,
And maybe that's the angle. Is maybe she doesn't actually have an ear injury. Maybe she just has brain damage.
CTE,
and she hurt this ear.
The Antonio Brown angle.
And then Kendall starts getting erratic with her, and then she attacks Red and turns heel. That's the gimmick, brother. That's the gimmick.
No, he's a wrestler.
2026, we can do that now.
They're not going to do that. They are not going to make her.
I love a good Antonio Brown angle in a big 2026.
I just think she's not a great actress enough to give me that.
Do not say anything negative.
I love her, but I just think, come on, Kendall, we don't need to. I just don't think we need it.
She was at NASCAR the other day. I actually thought about turning on NASCAR just because of it.
I just don't think we need you don't need it if you want Kalani Jordan to be taken seriously, which she has started to be.
Great.
Just have her win. If she's going to win, have her win clean. Don't play off the ear. Don't give me Kendall halfway through the match going like this. Oh, what's happening?
So what you're telling me, I think you're telling me Kalani's going to win. I think you're telling me Kalani's going to win then, Jay Gold. That's what it sounds like.
I'm saying if they go to the ear angle, Kalani wins. If they just let that sit, Kendall keeps that belt because she should.
So you don't
it's
even
not
have
time.
an official pick. You're playing Switzerland here.
It's not time for her to lose. That's what I'm saying. It's not time. Are we serious? It's not time.
Yeah, but it sounds like you just convinced yourself that Kalani's winning.
I wouldn't be upset either way, though. I'm saying
I don't think anybody would. We just have high hopes and expectations for Kendall Gray.
Yeah, I just don't think it's time.
But maybe it's time for Kendall to do other things. I don't know. I don't know whatever they're thinking in NXT half the time.
But I'll also tell you, because Kalani is one of the most decorated NXT women that they've had. They've even had her win the TNA Knockouts title. Like, she's won enough. Like, it's not like she's lost all over the place. She's won every title except the women's title. I mean, and literally every title. So, it's not like I'm like, oh, give it to her because she deserves. She's won everything already. The only thing she hasn't won is this one. So what? So you don't have to win.
My pick is Kendall Gray.
Yeah.
I will not be mad if Kalani Jordan wins because Kalani Jordan is very talented and very deserving of the women's title.
Yep.
I just think it's a little too soon. So I'm going with my heart and I'm picking Kendall Gray here. Brandon, what about you?
I think I got to concur with you on that one. I think Kendall Gray is the choice. I think you have her be a fighting champion through this little injury, whatever the hell's going on. That said, and I'm kind of doing a little thought experiment in my noggin here, and I'll keep it short, but like, if either of these women win, like, how much longer are they really for NXT? Because like you said, like, might be thinking about doing something with Kendall. Does she need to be in NXT particularly? Maybe not. But we've already, like you said, seen a lot of upward flow into the main roster from NXT, and we don't need to take out everybody, right? Like, you can make arguments for a lot of the women down there. But again, to keep it short, I think there's still a lot of gas in the Kendall Gray tank as being NXT Women's Champion. I wouldn't like to see it be like Lola Vice or like with these women we're talking about, where they have like short reign after short reign after short reign and kind of almost devalue the women's title in NXT.
Right.
I would like to see Kendall hold it for a bit. I mean, to like, maybe not to like Asuka lengths, but I would like to see her, really establish herself as like a champion. And like, so when she gets to the main roster, that's what you're thinking about. Like, she's going to win the belt right away. And even if she didn't have the belt, that's probably what you'd be thinking. Because if you watch her matches, she's for fucking real. And yeah, but all that to say, Kendall Gray.
Yeah.
I'll just.
All right. Well, I'm not going to be short. No, I'm just kidding.
You don't have to be. We're good.
No, it's Brandon who's long-winded.
I got two theories with this one. So obviously, Miss Kalani Jordan and Carmelo Hayes getting married very soon. So I feel like they could very well maybe have Kalani win the title. She holds it for a little bit and she loses it right before she goes on to have her wedding festivities and everything. Or Kendall Gray wins and we don't see Kalani Jordan for a little bit period of time until after. And she comes back maybe with a new character, or maybe she shows up on the main roster. Maybe we don't see her till the Rumble. I don't know, but that's my theory because I think they're getting married at the end of September and October. So I don't know how much and how long they would really want to do that. So as you guys have said, right. Kendall really doesn't need to lose. She needs to keep it. And I think what they've been doing with Kendall is great. And her being and them having all these women, I talk about it all the time. It's like having a Major League Baseball team. That's why the Dodgers and all these teams are always so good because they can always have people coming in and out. And NXT is that. So, I mean, the fact that they have the Kendall Grays and Kalani Jordan still in NXT just shows how much women's talent they have. So I'm going to say Kendall Gray wins, but those are my two theories that if they are going to give the title to Kalani, I feel like it would only be like a quick transition.
Short reign. To add on to what you're saying, too, I think Kendall Gray definitely wins if Ren Sinclair wins early in the night, too, because them having all the gold in the Ren QCC is definitely a vehicle for a story between the two.
And they love that. I don't know why they like to do that. Why is it they love to give the factions all the titles? Every faction. Like, where's the main event titles? Why don't we get all the titles? Like, you get the world title, get a US title.
I could start creating some titles. I mean, that's what.
No, I'm just saying, like, we're gonna steal the WWE titles, and we're all just gonna take one.
Yeah, we could.
I'll be the US fan.
I don't mind factions winning titles. I think, but if you're going to do it, the factions need to be taken seriously, but they always seem to devolve into comedy acts. That's what I think. Even the Judgment Day devolved at a certain point where you were like, All right, can you guys get serious already? Stop playing video
R-Truth,
games and making
yeah.
one-liners in the back. Like that's the one faction, the women.
2K content?
What'd you say?
So you didn't enjoy the 2K content with Finn Balor and JD?
No, I didn't. And I'll say, Fatal Influence, those trios as they've gone on have never turned to comedy. They've always kept them as a serious women's faction, and that's how you book a faction. So if you're going to give me factions, and unless they're as goofy, the Vanity Project is as goofy as it gets, and they're supposed to be goofy. But if you're going to come in, like, let's say, imagine Dark State, get the four of them stay together, and then like maybe 8 to 10 months down the line, they're a comedy act. It can't work. Stop making everybody comedy. Like, let's just
OTM and Royce Keys.
Yeah, OTM starts cutting one-liners and fart jokes. Like, I don't know. I don't know. But yeah, I'm worried. I think Kendall should still win. I don't think it's time for Kalani as the women's champ. I just don't see a pathway forward for Kendall if she loses.
We all picked Kendall Gray then, huh?
Yeah.
That's not good. That's not good. That means Kalani's
Fox
winning.
NFL Sports.
I don't know,
Right.
Kyle. We've been right a lot about our picks.
We usually are right with NXT,
Yeah.
but man, NXT's a tough brand to predict, I feel like, though.
Lately,
This might be
yeah.
the
Well,
toughest
that
match
leads to the
to
world
predict.
title match. Yeah, I mean,
this is another one that's very tough to
because
predict.
if you believe the reporters and the dopes on the dirt sheets, they're telling you WWE has big plans to bring Zilla Fatu up. Why? I don't know why. I know Zilla is friends with some of my pals in the business. They love him as a person. Zilla, I need a whole refresh already of the style.
Hello.
I can't do it. I can't do that. Don't talk. Just be Umaga's son. Come out like the crazy one. Be Umaga. Be Jacob. Like Jacob found his voice, but Zilla's not there. So stop having him go on the mic right now. But I do think it's time. Yeah, I do think it's time for a new champ. I'm not sure who's eating the pin in this match.
That's the question, right?
I do think Cruz Montana would probably be the champ in the feud with Grayson Waller. But I think it's time. No offense to Tony D. And actually, the last several weeks, he's gotten better and more confident in how he speaks. And in the ring, there's never been an issue. It's just the character. It's so boring. It doesn't do anything for us.
I met Tony D twice. All right.
Yeah, I heard he's the nicest guy ever.
Me and the Paisan over there. Me and Tony D,
I'm thinking it's Cruz Montana. Brandon, go ahead. You said you agreed, so I'm going to let you go first.
What did I agree with now?
Cruz Montana?
Oh, no, the opposite. I think he's the one who eats the pin.
Oh,
I think.
Me too.
Well,
Me
then
too.
fuck you.
I think he's the one who eats the pin, brother.
Me too.
Really? You think they're going to bring in the former TNA World Champion
Yes.
and AEW guy and have him eat the pin?
Because of that, yes, because of that, because of the TNA stink, I think that's kind of what it is. When you look at all four of the guys in this match, I mean, Zilla's coming in with a lot of upside. He's bloodline by default. People are saying, like you said, like they put the vignettes up on Raw because they're trying to give people an iota of hey, just so you know, this is on the horizon, especially with War Games coming up. I feel like there's a lot that kind of feeds that theory, and I think Zilla needs to kind of counterbalance your opinion. I think Zilla needs to be on the mic more because I think when he comes to inevitably rep the bloodline, he's going to be on the stick a lot. They're all on the stick. Roman's on the stick. Jay, Jimmy, Solo, Jacob.
Doesn't mean it's good.
It ain't. Well, that's what NXT's for, though, right? Like they're all going to be on the mic in some capacity, and you got to fine tune Zilla. Like he's relatively new to the game. He's kind of like a Sol Ruka. He ain't been around for more than a cup of coffee.
Jago doesn't like giving people a second chance. If he doesn't like him, he's out.
No, I give second chance. I was turned on several people, but I'm just saying.
Well, I guess I'll say this about the match because, I see Cruz being the guy to take the L in this match, and they're going to build him like they did in TNA. They're going to kind of be from the bottom up because that's his gimmick, right? He fights through the trenches on shit, and I think giving him the belt right away would be kind of counterintuitive to that. I think what you do is, and Tony D, I think, loses no matter what. I think because now he's been apparently talking a bit of mess about Oba, and you got two 2.0 guys who are effectively kind of trying to supplant him because he just kind of shows up on NIL from Level Up or whatever, and they're like, well, what the fuck just happened? Like he just blitzed through NXT, longest reigning North American champ ever, 2-time NXT champ, leaves the belt to go chase the main roster, kills everybody on his way to Lesnar, and now he's de facto number one contender, being king of the ring yet. People are salivating at a chance for him to watch him versus Roman Reigns, which, that's going to be the build. But in the meantime, you got a Braun Breaker challenging him because he feels like he got usurped in that. that he's going to be the top face of the company. I feel like you got a guy like Tony D who's been in NXT and people gave him shit for being there for so long, but he's in the same as Grayson Waller. He's the same as Mello and Trick and Braun. Like he's got something he's got to prove up in the main, and I think he's another guy after Braun's done to kind of fill in, and maybe Chase Obo. We'll see about it. In any case, I think he loses the belt here, and I think between Zilla and Grayson, I mean, a lot of people are excited about Zilla being a shot in the arm, but Grayson was the one who started all this shit off.
Yep.
And it's ironic the fact that you have Grayson who's talking mad shit about everyone on the NXT men's roster, but all these guys, besides the champ and him in this match, they're guys who just kind of showed up. They're not even the same batch of guys in NXT that Grayson was talking shit on. So it's like nobody stepped up. Grayson's point is still valid, and I think that he's got a lot to prove as champ, and I think he's going to win by shenanigans. I think he's going to have beef with Zilla and Cruz going forward, but I think maybe you also see like some other new rivalries, some other people who've been in NXT for a bit who are willing to take it out on Grayson for the shit he'd been talking on the men's roster and how they've been underperforming, not living up to standard. I think NXT stands to gain the most, particularly in the men's division, with Grayson Waller winning this match. And Grayson Waller is so fucking great besides. He's been overdue for shine for so fucking long. I think he needs this for his career. I think this is Grayson's night. So
yeah,
that'll be
all
mine
right.
on it.
Tino?
I've been thinking Grayson was going to take the pin, but I mean, the way you guys are talking, you guys have kind of had me kind of change my prediction, because I said Zilla was going to win on my
Don't let them sway you, Tino. Stick to your guns, brother.
But sometimes, but I mean, just the way everything's been going, I feel like they love to give people, as soon as they show up main roster NXT, they give the people the titles, from Ricky Saints, Ethan Page, all of them. I feel like they got their titles pretty quickly, but I do feel like no matter what, Tony D is going to lose, and that's why this match is a multi-person match and everything. And as you guys said, Grayson Waller kind of started this off, and Grayson kind of needed that shot of adrenaline and for just do something after Austin Theory shenanigans and then the New Day stuff. And so I'm happy that they're doing this, but I think that now maybe Cruz Montana might very well win this and take the title. And they brought him, and maybe they see some. And the one thing about it, and you guys have obviously talked about it on the night shift for now like 8 months, the division for the men has not really been that strong, and now it's kind of finally seeming they're getting the bigger names such as Cruz Montanas and Zilla Fatu, so where people are focusing on it again. So
think about where we are now, by the way, Tino. You made a great point. We went from, and no offense, Cam Hendricks and Mason Rook challenging Tony D, to now we have a 4-way with Zilla Fatu, Cruz Montana, and Grayson Waller. They really were looking at that scene and they were like, uh-oh.
Notice how
we said the same
Troy's
thing.
not in this match.
Right, we said the same thing. We were like, what the hell?
Lost to Tozawa on freaking main event.
That's
it's
crazy.
That hurts Kyle and our soul, because
we were so high on him.
He was so good.
Man, going all the way back to LFG, it sucks. Just like Shiloh Hill and stuff. Like I mean, it's
Shiloh Hill also pistol hot. Was so hot at one point.
Cooled him off.
Cooled him off so much. I don't even know what they were.
Tristan Angels.
You don't know what to do without Tatum. He's lost.
Mason Rook cooled off. Everybody's cool.
Everybody. They took all those guys that were like, forget it.
They brought Cruz Montanas and the Zilla Fatus in, though, or do you think that just because they? And do you think that?
I think it was going to happen regardless. It might just been coincidence that the timing worked out.
The biggest cool off that makes no sense to me right now is Lizzie Rain. Makes zero sense to me.
Yeah,
I don't know, what are we doing? Like, what happened to her? She was so hot, and all of a sudden I don't see her on the shows. Yeah, her debuts were pistol hot. She was ready to roll, and that's it. They didn't pull the trigger. I still got to
talk about this main event, though.
All right, go ahead, Kyle. Talk your main event.
I
Kyle.
haven't got the chance to give my 2 cents on this.
Yeah, tell your truth.
I think we all would agree that Tony D's not walking out NXT champion.
Every time
if he
we
does,
say that, we're wrong.
Yeah, I was gonna say that would be the 3rd or 4th time I was wrong about Tony D dropping the title.
Right.
So I apologize to fellow Paisan, but he's not walking out with the championship here. To me, it's Grayson Waller. I think the moment he showed up, cut that promo, he put the NXT men's division back on the map. And it just so happened that these other names were also coming in around the same time. And let's not forget that Naraku is still relatively new to this men's division as well, and a big player that should be showing up here relatively soon once again. But I think Grayson Waller winning makes the most sense. I love what you said earlier, Brandon, about Cruz Montana being the perfect guy to eat the pin, because I don't think Zilla Fatu is being involved whatsoever in the finish of this match. I think he's just being thrown in there because he's Zilla Fatu, and that's just a big name to add to another big match here in a big weekend. This is a huge weekend. People forget NXT Heatwave is going back-to-back with AAA show. Like, they are running in the same venue. So this is a big night for the WWE going head-to-head with AEW's biggest show. Huge day of professional wrestling.
Why do you guys keep saying Cruz Montana? I think Cruz Montana is going to give Shawn Michaels. That's not going to work for me, brother. He's not taking that pin.
Like Brandon said, it fits the Cruz Montana, Mike Santana character fighting from down under. He's got to claw back up to the top of the card. Zilla Fatu is a guy that's always going to be at the top of the card because his last name's Fatu. Grayson Waller is a guy that needs some championship gold around him to make him more credible. Tony D's done it all.
So let Tony D take the pin.
Sure.
He could.
That doesn't bother me.
I just don't think it's necessary. I don't think you bring up a guy like Cruz Montana he's ready for the main roster tomorrow. He should not eat the pin.
Tony D. Have Zilla take out Tony to where Tony can't even get up, and Grayson sneaks a win by throwing Zilla Fatu
steals the pin like Ethan Page. Remember when he took that pin?
Grayson Waller steals the NXT championship in the main event.
That would be cool. I'm down. Let's do it.
They'll use it again. Ethan Page did it so well.
Grayson, one-on-one,
There might not have been a better steal the title pin than Ethan Page's pin when he won off of that kick.
Falls into it.
Just falls on like
it was so clean too.
It was so clean. So give me that. I don't know which guy. I know Grayson Waller can do that. I know he can.
He's perfect for it.
Yeah,
Grayson,
do it.
A month or two run with the belt. Let's have some fun.
Let him talk every week and run everyone down. Keep running. Like when he came out, I love how I told Kyle his line where he said, "You girls are great to look at, but hard to listen to," was an amazing line. Like that was as good as it gets. So if he comes out and starts ripping people apart like that, half the roster will be done. Like the half of the roster. So
it's gonna be a good show regardless. It's gonna be a fun weekend of wrestling.
I can't believe how much wrestling is this weekend, and I just can't believe it.
We still got one more show coming up this weekend tomorrow.
Yeah. And we have a show that I won't pay for to watch, but AEW, good on you, boys. Enjoy your European trip. Isn't it a 1 o'clock?
$40 ain't a bad steal.
Yeah, it's like $50 or $40.
Pre-show
starts it's like $40 for HBO Max.
Wait, pre-show starts at 10:45 Eastern in the morning?
I think it's an early.
Get excited. Wake it in.
We're running a marathon, brother.
Wake it and bake it? Is that what you said, Tino? Hell yeah.
Wake it and bake it. Let's
fuck.
Wait, speaking of waking and baking, we're on the road to 420 over here at the Main Event Wrestling. Now, come hang out with us. We got another show tomorrow.
And I will be live when we hit 419. I think he said he wants to be live before we hit exactly 420.
Yeah, we got to do that in the Discord.
I'd like my wife to be the 420.
I know all 4,630 of my bots are not subscribed, so we need like 50.
Get some more Tino bots. We need more Tino bots.
Where's the AI bots coming in?
Marching in.
Yeah.
Always socks heads.
Oh, with socks hats too. Yeah. Oh, I gotta make an AI video of that. Just Tino's bots with socks hats on.
Please do. Please do. I don't know how to do stuff like that. I wish I did.
You just ask Rock or something.
Tino, you did a great job of AIing yourself. What do you mean you don't want to do that stuff?
Actually, my mom made that. My mom made it for me. So that was why she sent it to me. She was like, "Can you use this?" I was like, "I'll try it." So. And then I put it in, and then that was how I made the.
Now you suffer the consequences, Tino.
And now the bots are coming in to subscribe to him. But Tino, what you got coming up? Let's go around the horn and do our plugs and get the hell out of here.
Whatever gets the job done. But yeah, I mean, I will be live later as usual. Me and J Dog will be playing some Madden, getting ready for the football season as football begins. We got the draft tomorrow for I think our fantasy league. We'll do that. And then I'll be live all day tomorrow as usual at noon whenever all these shows begin until they all end, and then so. Appreciate
Tino's
you guys
time
always
on YouTube. Yeah.
Tino's time on YouTube as we're on the road to 5,000. So appreciate y'all.
Fuck yeah.
Brandon, hit the plugs, brother.
Well, you can find me, Pierce, and occasionally, unfortunately, Donnie back in the mix at the Ope Three-Way every Thursday on our YouTube channel. If you're watching this, give us a like and subscribe. Of course, like and subscribe all content on the Main Event Wrestling Network, but you can find us the Ope Three-Way. I think I did that correctly. I've been doing it the last several months now. At all platforms, you got us on the Facebook machine, you got us on X, you got us on Instagram, TikTok. We're trying to figure out some more short form content to keep us in your feeds. And feel free. Yeah, we got guests on every now and again, just coming and talking to shit. So yeah, feel free to come on, have yourself a beer, whatever you like to be drinking, and let's talk some wrestling.
Merch is coming, people. We're going to make merch for them.
There you
I
go.
also think I'm going to be on your guys' podcast very soon. I've been talking to Pierce about finally joining the Ope 3-Way.
How come everybody invites you? When do I get to go on a show?
Because I'm the fucking boss,
Oh,
Jake.
come on then. Come on then. Come on.
I also will be on another podcast with Brandon probably next week, but I'm saving that announcement for
another show with Brandon. You guys and I keep getting pushed
it's
out.
It's not our podcast. It's somebody else's podcast. You will find out next week because
By the way,
just so happen to be. Hey, let me get my shit in. They just so happen to be joining the network too. The future podcast that we are going to be on. So there's a little
God
tease
damn it!
for you.
I'm never brought in on anything.
Maybe you will eventually. Why are you
Listen,
crying?
Kyle, this next month, by the way, Tom Talks Rubbish is the main
our
event
episode
network
finally drops.
September, October.
We
will be
recorded
all
with
of us.
him what, 3 months ago.
March, I think it was April. Yeah.
Wow.
Finally, our episodes are coming out. We're gonna sound so dated. You guys weren't even in the network by the time we were talking about it. We probably talk about the other group that used to be a part of this network that is no longer on it.
Fuck them.
We're doing it live.
Wow.
We're doing it
Right.
live.
Yeah, there's no way I can edit that one out. But if you guys want to keep up with what I'm doing, follow me at @2SweetKyle. That's on Instagram. That's on X. I also have the NXT Night Shift every Tuesday night with Jay Gold over here. We talk NXT every week. So if you liked what we had to say here, you're probably going to like the Night Shift. So follow us at NXT Night Shift. And of course, keep up with the main event by following us on all the socials at @mainevent_net. Hit that subscribe button because we are on the road to 420. And Jay Gold, go ahead and hit your plugs and send us out of here.
NXT Night Shift every Tuesday, 10:10, and Indie Wrestling Guide every Thursday it drops. And this week, I think we are reviewing an AIW show, but I'm not sure. But listen to last week's. We interviewed Wilbur Whitlock post-retirement. It was a really fun episode. And yeah. And the Transatlantic Pop will be re-recorded, I believe, next week sometime, and then we'll be dropping it a week from Monday. So stay tuned for all that stuff. And everybody, join us, follow us, like us wherever you are. We'll see you at NXT. We'll see you next week on the network.
What up, though? You already know what it is. Best in the world, aka The Problem. Isaiah Broner. And you watching the Main Event Wrestling Network.